Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today, I want to give you some overview about the country that we choose for our group assignment project, which is Philippines. Philippines is an archipelagic country in Southeast Asia. They are known for the country who have very rich culture and diverse landscapes. Not just that, they also have a very complex history, same like other countries as well, which are very interesting. Moreover, Philippines has over 110 million people, that making it one of the most populous countries in Southeast Asia. Philippines is located in the Western Pacific Oceans and is divided into three main geographical divisions, namely as Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The official languages there are Filipino and English, while the domain religion is Catholic. They take about 80% of population there. So now let me just simply brief about the history of Philippines. Philippines was named after King Philip II of Spain. Ruy Lopez, who was a Spanish explorer back then, came across the archipelago in 1543 and later given the name La Islas Filipinas to Philippines. Philippines becomes part of the Spanish Empire in 1565. However, Spain surrendered the Philippines to the US post-Spanish-American War. And lastly, Philippines finally gained independence from the United States on July 4, 1946.
Extrajudicial killing, or known as EJKS, are a significant human rights concern in the Philippines, especially during President Rodrigo Duterte 2016's war on drugs. So the term extrajudicial killings refer to unlawful or unauthorized killings carried out by state agents or their affiliates outside of the legal system. Under the Duterte administration, the Philippine National Police (PNP) has been actively involved in carrying out anti-drug operations, resulting in thousands of deaths of alleged drug suspects. So while the government framed this killing as legitimate law enforcement action against drug offenders, human rights groups and international organizations have raised serious concern about human rights violations, including extrajudicial killing in the conduct of the drug war. So critics argue that many EJKS are carried out without due process, with suspects often executed without a fair trial. There have been allegations of police abuse, planted evidence, and cover-ups to justify the killings. So the issue has sparked condemnation from international human rights organizations, foreign governments, and the United Nations. So call for accountability, transparency, and end to impunity for perpetrators of EJKS have been ongoing. So despite the controversy, the Duterte administration maintains its stance on the issue, so asserting that its policies are necessary to combat drug-related crime and maintain law and order. So however, the issue remains a subject of heated debate, both domestically and internationally, with human rights advocates calling for a thorough and impartial investigation into the alleged human rights abuses associated with the drug war.
One of social issues in Philippines is a healthcare issue, with the lack of healthcare among the people, which 60 million Filipinos experience healthcare poverty that bring them to many diseases. This is because of the shortage of hospitals and surgical equipment are the primary barriers to quality healthcare in the Philippines. Half of the people who live in the Philippines reside in rural areas of the country, where there are sometimes no licensed medical doctor and ill-equipped facilities with broken medical devices. Cardiovascular diseases such as heart failure or heart attacks, as well as cancer, are the two leading causes of death in the Philippines. 70% of Filipinos die every year due to some cardiovascular-related death. Obesity is also a growing global public health problem.
So now let's take a look to the one of economic issue that happens in Philippines. Unemployment in the Philippines is a complex economic issue influenced by economic trends, policy changes, and other factors. PSA reports that the unemployment rate, which measures the labor, typically ranges from 4 to 6% as of 2023. The Philippine unemployment rate has fluctuated due to business cycles, economic policies, and global events, with a peak in 2020 due to COVID-19 lockdowns and economic disruption. Let's dive into the different aspects of unemployment in the Philippines. The first aspect is the causes of unemployment. Firstly, the Philippines economy is susceptible to global trends. economic downturns, global financial crisis, or fluctuations in key industries like outsourcing or remittance can lead to increased unemployment. Next, the Philippines has a rapidly growing population, which means the economy needs to generate more jobs to keep pace with the number of people entering the workforce. Then, underemployment. This is when people are employed but in positions that do not fully utilize their skills or provide adequate income. Then, we move to the consequences of unemployment in Philippines. Unemployment contributes to poverty and income inequality as those without jobs or with purely paying jobs struggle to make basic needs. Then, high unemployment rates can lead to social problems including crime, drug abuse and other forms of social unrest. And lastly, high unemployment and underemployment rates can lead to an exodus of skilled workers seeking opportunities abroad, resulting in a loss of talent and expertise within the country.
So next, I would like to talk about the security issues that have happened in Philippines, which is drugs issues. In Philippines, they have a president that have assumed office on June 30, 2016. His government launched an unprecedented campaign against illegal drugs. He promised to solve the illegal drug problem in the country, which according to him was wreaking havoc on the lives of many Filipino families and destroying the future of the Filipino youth. He declared a war on drugs targeting users, peddlers, producers and suppliers, and called for the Philippine criminal justice system to put an end to the drug menace. According to the Dangerous Drugs Board, there are 1.8 million current drug users in the Philippines and 4.8 Filipinos report having used illegal drugs at least once in their life. The most commonly used drug in the Philippines is a variant of methamphetamine called shabu or poor man's cocaine. According to the 2012 UN's report, the Philippines had the highest rate of the shabu abuse among countries in East Asia. The drug problem in the Philippines has primarily been viewed as an issue of law enforcement and criminality, and the government has focused on implementing a policy of criminalization and punishment. This is evidenced by the fact that since the start of the war on drugs, the government has utilized punitive measures and has mobilized the Philippines National Police and local government units nationwide. With order from the President, law enforcement agents have engaged in extensive door-to-door operation. One such operation in Manila in August 2017 aimed to shock and awe drug dealers and resulted in the killing of 32 people by police in one night. Next, I will explain the causes of the issues. It's because the poverty, unemployment, and social inequality are among the primary drivers that lure individuals into the drug trade, seeing it as a viable means to escape economic hardship. Additionally, governance issues, including corruption within law enforcement and judicial system, provide a conducive environment for drug trafficking to flourish. The geographic characteristic of the Philippines also making an ideal location for drug syndicate to operate, with porous borders and vast maritime spaces facilitating the smuggling of narcotics. Next is the punishment of the issues. Under the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, the punishment for drug trafficking can range from life imprisonment to the death penalty, depending on the quantity and the type of drugs involved. Additionally, the law mandates hefty fines, illustrating the attempt to cripple the financial incentive behind drug trafficking operation. Next is the initiative and policies of the issues. The government has established one of the communities which called drug-free communities, and the promotion of alternative livelihood programs are part of these comprehensive strategies to combat the drugs. Last but not least is the impact of drug in society. They have two impacts. One of it is the health crisis. The spread of drug abuse leads to a host of public health issues, including increased HIV and AIDS rates due to the needle sharing and risk in a drug-related medical condition. Next is the crime and violence. The competition
among drug syndicate and between syndicate and law enforcement results in a significant uptick in violence, endangering innocent bystanders and destabilizing communities.
Lastly, for the conclusions, we can sum up that effective governance like human rights protections are essential to restoring faith in the rule of law, upholding democratic values, and improving the country's international reputations. Next, for the social issues parts, we can sum up that the social healthcare issues require coordinated efforts from the government, private sector, and civil society to improve access, affordability, and quality of care. Furthermore, addressing unemployment is crucial for economic growth, social stability, and the overall development of the Philippines. And lastly, based on the security issue parts, Philippines can work towards a more secure and stable environment for its citizens and the broader region.